Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Training Tuesday. I am Heidi Reese, the Training Program Manager for Dayton Superior and Simons, and I want to thank you for taking the time to hang out with us on this Tuesday to attend our training. Before we get started, just a couple of things to review. Like normal, everybody that's joined has joined muted so that there aren't any disruptions in the background, because we record each and every one of these for putting them on our Dayton Superior YouTube channel, as well as DaytonSuperior.com. If you want to ever see any of the past ones, just go out to DaytonSuperior.com and search Training Tuesday. You'll get two links, one to sign up for the next one, and then a link to all of the past Training Tuesdays, and we've organized them by the product and application type, so you can just click and go and find what you need. So today we have got some great stuff going on for Tilt Up. We're finishing our Tilt Up month because the TCA show, which I'll talk about a little later, is going to be happening next week. So for this presentation, just remember that it is intended for training purposes only. Anything as far as technical specifications or products that are mentioned within our training, please refer to DaytonSuperior.com, and you can get all of the good resources out there for technical data sheets, safety data sheets, you name it. So we've got the solutions for your products. Dayton Superior is the leading provider of concrete construction, and we are great in our industry with accessories, chemicals forming. You see all of the great brands there on your screen at this moment. We're going to be talking about the Superior tilt-up, specifically around the tilt-werks, slab-werks, and we're going to be talking about the engineering team today. So we are the single source solution, even for tilt-up. We provide you with not only the superior products that are very innovative in the brands that we just talked about, but we have ways for estimation. We have tools online that we're going to learn about today. We have the engineering team that can help you with PE stamps or with estimating through our awesome software systems. We have job site support as well as the training to provide you with the understanding of how to use these softwares. Today is a piece of it for our Training Tuesday. But if you find that you need more or more customized or broader training, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach Chuck and myself in the training department at training@DaytonSuperior.com. Once again, training@DaytonSuperior.com, or just go out to the website, search on training, and there you are. So with us today is an awesome engineer. He's down in sunny Florida, although I don't know if you're getting the the heavy rains or whatever, Cam. I hope you're not. But
every day.
Every day? Oh, yeah, okay. But he is, like I said, down in Florida, and he's part of the Superior Tilt-Up Engineering Group. And he is a graduate from the University of Central Florida and has a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. He began his career back in the great old year of 2020, sense my sarcasm, here at Dayton Superior, and he is working or was working as an application engineer, handling the tilt-up accessories, estimations, and lift and bracing engineering needs. And then he started expanding on that role to work alongside our more senior engineers to grow that knowledge. And I think he has at this point, because I wrote this probably a year or two ago, but you are the guy they send out for teaching tilt-werks as well as the other software systems that we have. So I want to welcome you, Cam, and let's go ahead and get started with our Training Tuesday on Superior Engineering Solutions.
Let's do it. Can you hear me?
I can. You're great.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction, Heidi. My name is Cameron Taylor, and I've been an application engineer here for past 5.5 years. And just to kind of go over what we're going to touch on today, we're going to look into our Superior Tilt team. But importantly, we're going to talk about why we estimate, what tools we have to estimate with, a little insight to the tilt-up project design process and every stakeholder therein, and then a little bit more about our department and how you can contact us. So our team of engineers is well equipped, and we're ready to tackle a wide array of solutions. This is precast, tilt-up, slab, bridge deck, and there's probably some more out there. But first, I want to talk a little bit more about estimation. before I came to Dayton Superior, I was an estimator for a little bit, and it taught me a few things. But I think the most important was that costs are costs are costs, and you do everything you can to just capture every cost in your bid. So that kind of goes without saying, but in estimating, we want to understand the product requirements and the quantities of those, and we get these from the drawing and the specs. And we want to save time and money, of course, by not missing anything on this BOM that'll, lead to us spending more on shipping than we need to. And we actually have multiple tools that'll help you, in this successful estimation endeavor. We offer free online tools, and there's also some packed into tilt-werks, one of our tilt softwares, slab-werks, and all that as well. So the first that I want to talk about is our online estimating tool, which can help you get a very quick estimate of all the tilt accessories that you're going to need on your tilt-up project. So you can see it here online next to all the other tools that are available to you. And let's go ahead and take a look at what this calculator looks like. If you haven't used it before, you just need to do like a quick registration, and that should just take a few minutes, but then you're going to be able to log in. And having that account lets you have multiple projects saved, multiple bids, and you're going to see them listed. And so you can go back and maybe change those as new information comes available, or if you want to look at some different accessories. So you'll navigate to this screen and you're going to punch in some job information. And I'm not going to get too much into the utilization of this tool because it's been covered before in another Training Tuesday, which I highly encourage you to check out if you're interested. And that's on YouTube. But after punching in those panel informations, the geometries of that, as well as the job information, you can see what that looks like right here. It's going to give you what kind of braces and what kind of lift insert quantities you need per panel. And once you have that all wrapped up, you're going to be able to get some clean material summaries. The sheet gives you that job information that you entered earlier, and it kind of summarizes your areas, your panel areas. And then it's also going to list the braces that you're going to use for this job, and it gives you them by size. The lifting hardware for those inserts, the bolts that are used with those braces, and some other helpful accessories like our shim packs or panel base anchors. And then you can also see we have our chemical numbers for carrying seal and bond breaker, and a lot of that's just going to be available for you to be able to summarize everything that you're going to need for this project. So moving on, I kind of want to touch into the typical design flow of a tilt-up project. We see it pictured here. This is the linear process where the product design is actually passed down from each stakeholder, and it's banking on float to make it to these important due dates. And, but conversely, the RFIs, the reviews, and the revisions have to flow back up this stream in a linear fashion. And that's kind of where, jumping into tilt-werks, our design software, this is where our ideology kind of steps in, and we're looking to provide a direct channel of communication between all these stakeholders of the project, whether they're the architects, designers, the material providers, the contractors, or the structural engineers. tilt-werks, we're looking to provide a way for these stakeholders to get the right information to the specific person without having to fall through that chain and possibly slow things down that don't need to be as slow. So about tilt-werks itself, it is indeed a total package design software. And in many facets, looks to increase efficiency and reduce lead times, allow you for tighter turnarounds, and avoid revision costs, just to keep your projects on schedule. Within tilt-werks, you're going to have everything you need to do with tilt-up panels, whether it's tilt-up design, detailing, even lift and bracing, as well as material takeoff and estimation. There's just plethora of useful outputs from tilt-werks once you have your model built, and this goes for every stakeholder that we talked about. For example, structural engineers who are looking to build their building within tilt-werks, um, you know, the bidding process can then be expedited because whoever's bidding the steel can, get those steel numbers straight from tilt-werks. And same thing with the concrete; those volumes can come straight out from that model. Your lift and bracing engineers, they are able to pull out these lift and brace quantities also straight from that same model. So everything you're looking at is a much faster and a more accurate bidding process because everyone is looking at the same project. Also, I guess we see here, there's also rebar drawings that we can pull straight out of tilt-werks, the lift and brace, and also the shop drawings. Let's talk about some more features and benefits. Like I said, you have the ability to generate fully dimensioned details and drawings, whether you can use it in CAD or Revit and BIM. These drawings are going to be for shop drawings, rebar placement, as well as lift and brace inserts. Uh, as it goes for Revit, there's actually a app in the Revit App Store that's going to let you take your Revit model and drop it right into tilt-werks. And going back the other way, you could take that tilt-werks model and create a 3D BIM file. And this is going to show, the rebar actually in your panel, which can be a great visual aid for people who are looking to learn a little bit more about how you're designed this building. Full material quantities and summaries are also able to be pulled right out. Um, you're able to define your cost based on, what your market is, what you pay. So that can, lend itself to, cost-based engineering where, as panels are being designed, you can say, concrete's this, steel is this. I can put more concrete in, or I can put more steel in, and here are the different, cost scenarios from that. So that's just another kind of user-driven feature that's in tilt-werks. Also, there's these 3D modeling capabilities we talked about as well, but there's paper doll capabilities where these are very beneficial to contractors, and it's often requested from us because it's just really helping to kind of sequence and figure out how this job's going to go. And this is just another way that they're able to look into the future using tilt-werks and just kind of avoid bigger problems before they become bigger problems. So we can touch on some of the contractor and developer benefits using tilt-werks in particular. It's easy to use. It really just takes just a couple of sessions to get a good grasp on a lot of the features here. All the interface is and all the buttons kind of clearly spell it out for you. And there's no AutoCAD knowledge required for you to get these drawings. It's really just a couple of buttons, and as well as the bill of materials is just a couple of buttons. And you're able to pull out reinforcing quantities, lumber, concrete, chemicals, all from a click of a button. And, they're accurate. And these accuracies are going to help you reduce the amount of RFIs with your takeoff. So these are just some of the benefits. We even have guys who use tilt-werks to create their own shop drawings, like on the site, where they're in trailers and they're able to make their own drawings without needing to wait for the actual detailers to come back with a revision. And here are some of the material provider benefits. We're able to receive material takeoffs, straight from the tilt-up contractors who have this tilt-werks model built. Our rebar fabs are going to be able to produce cut lists straight from tilt-werks, and this gets fed right into the machine. And for the suppliers, having this, this accurate BOM makes the bidding process really neat. Within tilt-werks, we can talk about slab-werks. This has been unrolled, not too long ago, and it's available to any tilt-werks subscriber, new or old. And kind of about slab-werks. What we're trying to accomplish here is just round out the project estimation ability, and we can now account for, our large library of slab accessory that Dayton Superior provides, everything including bar supports, plate dowels, chemicals, and grout. It's all built into slab-werks, and we're just kind of expanding the level of accuracy with our material estimates, and it's tying in information from the model that you've built and cross-referencing it with the published coverage rates of these chemicals and spacings with these chairs, so you know exactly how many of these things you need. So let's take actually a look at slab-werks itself. You'll find this nestled within tilt-werks. This is the input side here, and a lot of this is already filled out with our most popular offerings just to kind of make it quick, but it's all in here if you need to select something that's not at the top of the list. There's little drop downs. And when you print this, you can see all these quantities come with the product size. You know how much of barrels it is and how many 10-gallon buckets it is. And this is just another page on your BOM that will get added when you select slab accessories. Now let's talk about Composite Works, your go-to design for insulated wall panels. This is a recently designed program by us that we provide currently for free to engineers. Upon ACI approval of this calculator, the plan is to be pulling this into tilt-werks. So it'd be something else for our tilt-werks subscribers to look forward to, but until then, this is available for free. It's a program that utilizes the best practices of the gray book that TCA recently published. The program utilizes the beam spring model, modified version of the slender wall, P delta effects, shear flow, and thermal loading to design partially composite panels. So if you're, interested in obtaining this calculator, go online and, request it, and we should be reaching back out to you to get you a version of this. And eventually, if you're a tilt-werks subscriber, you can look forward to it being in there as well. So about Superior Tilt Engineering, the nice thing about this team, being from just a materials provider, is that we operate like an engineering firm as opposed to a materials provider. All of our application engineers, such as myself, we have engineering backgrounds. That's the way we're wired to think. And we are here to provide engineered solutions for whatever that is. Between us, at Superior Tilt, we have more than 280 years of experience on the tilt-up team. I can't say I account for most of that, but at least some of it. And we use this experience routinely to conduct our pre-engineering calls. That's between, the contractor, the materials provider, and Dayton Superior tilt-up engineers to go over the product specifications and requirements. And this is one of our, secret weapons that will allow us to reduce RFIs and cut down lead times, and, just another level of QC that we go through that it helps eliminate mistakes and, routinely provide, excellent work. We have a team of engineers that are able to support our customers even outside of business hours as needed. We're on, both coasts with our engineering team. So that's another big thing that I think we provide that's hard to find. And beyond engineering, we use this expertise to provide estimations that are, really accurate and in depth. And the engineers who will be, doing lift and brace or any of the other services are often the same ones who will be doing the estimates. It kind of tells you the level of care that we put into our estimates. And these services are provided at a nominal fee. And that is actually credited back to you when you win this job, So it's estimation, some additional engineering services available of late. We actually are able to provide custom capacities for our anchors. If it's our coil inserts, our bearcats, or headed studs, we receive requests to produce these capacities from time to time when it is needing to be used in a smaller area than the tech data shows, or if there's something like lightweight concrete that's being considered. And using some new calculators we developed, we can get those numbers to you expediently. So we're able to get you the breakdown from those calculators that tells you the capacity in that situation, as well as some more safety factor information. So it's just another service that we're providing to kind of round out our offerings engineering wise. So discussing again a lot of our software resources. More importantly, is our goal to utilize these resources to support our customers. So here's a glimpse at some of that, including this tilt-werks building model that can produce panel shop drawings. And from that same model, we kind of pull out our lifting and our bracing engineering. It's good for these AutoCAD exports, the quick takeoffs, and even the 3D models. And we have this full service estimation team that also is backed by our engineering team to provide you a wide array of solutions. And here are our major, overflow, our major flow here of the Superior Tilt team, from engineering to technical sales support, our customer service team, and our in-field tilt-up rental fleet and braces with AccuBrace. Here's some of those major contacts. Here's the estimation email where you can expect a full service estimation and a quick turnaround. And noted here is Shane Walters, our director of the engineering side, and the team of support engineers, including myself. And here's the engineering contact and email where we receive emails and respond around the clock, whatever your technical questions or requests might be. Our Superior Tilt team consists of the technical sales, product development, and sales development, as well as the customer service team. And David Jaquette is our director of business development for Tilt-Up. And here are our technical sales reps for each region. Manny Alcea for the East, Matthew Krause for the West, and Ryan Stevenson for the Central. These guys know everything there is to know about Tilt-Up. And if you're looking to get in contact with this team, there is a single point of contact, and that's the Superior Tilt at DaytonSuperior.com. You just kind of email it there with whatever you need, whether it relates to sales, job site delivery, and customer service. For our field services within Superior Tilt, the rental fleet, braces, and AccuBrace, Bradley Fassett is the rental fleet manager. Chris Siffring is the rental coordinator, and they're backed with a team of installers. And field installation services can be contacted at superior@superior.com as well. And they handle their AccuBrace HGAs as well as insulated panel services. And Chris Siffring, along with Brad, they can assist you with all your rental needs. And I think I'll pass it over to Heidi here to
Okay.
recap.
If I could get unmuted, sure thing. Fantastic, Cam. Yeah, we got some resources for you. I was talking about them in the beginning. First off, Cam, thank you. I thought that was very informative. I've seen this a couple times, and I actually liked some of the parts that you put in there about real life experiences with you working with our customers. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that. So we talked about the estimating tool. Well, there it is. It's on the website. DaytonSuperior.com is your one-stop shop to get most of the information that you need. If you don't have a clue how to get it, there is a top search field at the top right and you can just search for estimating tool or tilt-werks. There's also drop-down pages that allows you under our services to get to the engineering pages. You can sign up for a free trial on tilt-werks if you haven't had one in the past. I'm not quite sure the parameters on that, but they can take care of you. In addition, if you're interested into our products, we have product pages and different items within those product pages, such as technical data sheets, safety data sheets that I referred to earlier, as well as tilt-up handbooks, ways to request a tilt-up handbook and get that sent to you. And then the slab-werks and all of that great stuff is out there on DaytonSuperior.com. So we talked about a lot of emails on who to contact. And I'm going to, let me see here. Let me just bring this all up because then you can take a snapshot. I will put all of this information on YouTube, or excuse me, on the Dayton Superior product page when I post this Training Tuesday. There's also a resource area that I put next to these videos that provides you with these links and the items that we discuss. So hopefully that helps you guys. Please let me know if you want to see additional things. Again, even though I'm training, I'm also the organizer behind the scenes. Chuck is the brains of the operation, as is Cam and our other people. But I try to help get to the information. So if you want to see something else in there, or I'm not doing what I should be for resources, just reach out, training@DaytonSuperior.com, and let me know. But you can go get to our map that tells you our different TSRs, or simply do the engineering service email or the product assistance email. You see them all there, or just give them a phone call down in the bottom right for any of the inquiries that you might have. So here's my little blur. I talked to you about TCA in the very beginning. It is happening October 1st through 3rd. So I said next week, but it's actually going on this week, isn't it? Wow, I am behind the times because today's the 30th. So it's happening in Nashville. We're going to be in booth 217. So hang out with us if you're in Nashville to see. I believe that Shane Walters will be there, and he'll be doing tilt-werks demonstrations. We saw imagery of that, and Cam talked towards it, and you can see the slab-werks and all of the composite works within there. And you can get a free demo. All right, so this is the time. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the Zoom chat and Q&A functionality to do that, and we can get them answered for you. As a reminder too, we record these and we put them out, like I said, on the Dayton Superior YouTube channel. But what we do is we put them on DaytonSuperior.com. That goes to the YouTube channel, and we organize them so you can find them a little bit easier in the past, ones that we've done. So I don't see any questions. Cam, you did an excellent job then, huh?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. For an engineer, you talk very nice. And you explain things to us.
That means everything. Thank you. I practice talking all the time.
You think I did until my mouth opens. But so anyway, Chuck, say hi. Everyone knows that I like to make you say hi when you're on there.
Hi, Heidi.
That's right. Okay. Well, I don't see any questions, so we're going to leave it at that. And we are going to hit on light wall forming next Tuesday. So get out there and sign up for that one. And Cam, thank you so much for joining us. Chuck, thank you for being here with us. All of you on the call, thank you for hanging out with us as well. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Have a happy Tuesday.
Thanks, Cam.
Bye, everybody.